Hey students, good afternoon. How are you today? Can someone tell me please, are you happy? Are you sad? How are you today?
I am sick, teacher.
Okay, are you sick?
Yes,
Oh, I'm sorry. How are you, Catherine?
I am fine.
Okay, very good. First, we are going to play a game, very funny, okay? I am going to share my screen, then I am going to explain you what we are going to do. This is the warm-up. Hold on, please. Okay, I am going to share a picture about some professions. Okay, can you tell me if you can see my screen?
yes, teacher.
Yes.
Okay, now what can you see on my screen?
About professions and jobs.
Yes, a picture about professions and jobs. Very well. Okay, are you still see that picture or not? Yes?
I can see the pictures with some professions.
Okay, very good. Please listen carefully to the instructions, okay? First, we need to see the picture that we have on the screen. Then we are going to identify the main characteristics of each profession. For example, I am going to say a mechanic is not a mechanic without his hammer. Okay, so we are going to say the profession and the main characteristic of the profession. Another example. For example, I said, the pilot is not a pilot without his airplane. Can you understand me what I'm saying? Yes or no?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, thank you, Carly. Pamela, please, can you tell me what we are going to do in this game? This is like a guess.
To describe the profession and one characteristic.
Yes, we are going to describe the main characteristic of the profession. For example, another one. The police officer. What is the main characteristic of the police officer? Is the uniform, also is the gun, okay? So we are going to say the police officer is not a police officer without his gun, because if he doesn't have a gun, he's not a police officer, okay? So we are going to do like that. Can you, Carly, please, can you start? You can choose anyone.
Okay. Accountant is not accountant without his, I don't know, his computer or with his calculator.
Very good, yes, excellent. An accountant is not an accountant without his calculator. Very good. This is because the calculator is the main characteristic of this profession, really? Okay, the next one, please. Can you start, Pamela?
Okay. Um, It is not a teacher. The main characteristic is his uniform. He works at the bakery, I think.
Okay, the teacher. Where is the teacher on the picture? Very good. Okay, we need to say the teacher is not a teacher without his, for example, his markers. Can you understand? Or for example, a student is not a student without his books. This is what the way we need to say it, as Carly said, okay? Please. Okay, thank you, Pam. Please, Catherine, can you help me with another one?
Okay. A baker is not a baker without his oven and baking implements.
Okay, very good. Next, please, Carol, can you help me?
Okay, firefighter. It is not a firefighter. Firefighter, he is not used a special uniform.
Okay, very good. Yes, the firefighter is not a firefighter without his special uniform. Very well. Okay, so let's continue. Alex, can you tell me did you like this game?
Can you hear me, teacher?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can, but I don't know if you can.
Okay, I told you. Did you like this game? It is funny or it is boring?
Yes, I like this. It was fun.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's continue. Now I am going to share my screen again. Please, can you tell me if you can see my screen or not yet?
Yes, teacher, we can see.
Okay, thank you, Pam. So let's start. Okay, today we are going to learn about relative classes and identifying and non-identifying classes, okay? So we are going to see what is this, if we use daily or not. So let's start. Okay. First, this is the content, okay? Now I am going to explain you what we are going to see during this presentation. Okay, first we are going to see the objectives, then we are going to see about relative pronoun, then we are going to see and learn more about identifying classes. Then we are going to see identifying classes and non-identifying classes. Then at number 5, we are going to see the quiz, and later, finally, we are going to see a little bit of bibliography, okay? Let's continue. Please, can you read the objective number 1, Pame?
Okay, teacher. Students will be able to identify the relative clauses grammar structure.
Okay. Please, the next one, Caro.
Okay, students will be able to internalize the relative pronouns.
Okay. The next one, Catherine.
Okay, students will be able to differentiate identifying and non-identifying clauses.
Okay, and the last one, please, can you help me, Carly?
Okay. Students will be able to use relative clauses to give extra information.
Okay, very well, thank you. So, all of these are the objectives of this subject, okay? So, at the final or at the end, you are going to be able to identify the relative clauses. Let's continue. Okay, the example number 1. Example number 1. Okay. Carla girls friendship. Okay, Pame, can you help me reading the sentence number 1?
Yes, teacher. The girl who studies math at university is Carla.
Okay, very well. Also, can you help me reading the next one and the next one?
Me?
Pame. Yes.
Okay. The girl who wears blue jeans is Carla. Carla who wears a dress is 17.
Okay, very well. Okay, in these sentences, which one do you think is the relative clause? Can you imagine or think about this? Or you don't have idea? What do you think?
Maybe can be the subject, the girl, because in all of sentence mention the girl. I don't know.
Okay. Let's see. Let's analyze one by one. Okay, the first sentence says the girl who studied math at university is Carla. Okay, the subject here is the girl, right? Okay. The next one says the girl who wear blue jeans is Carla. Here, the subject also is the girl. And the next one says Carla who wear a dress is 17. Also here, the subject becomes Carla. Okay, let's read the info. Carly, please, can you help me reading?
Okay. Relative clauses modify, define, describe, identify, or give more information about nouns.
Okay, very good. So here, the relative clause becomes to be the word who, because it says that relative clause modify, define, describe, identify, or give more information about nouns. So here the word who becomes a relative clause. Also here the word who becomes to be a relative clause. Let's see the next one. To understand every of all this topic, first we need to understand what is a clause. Maybe, Carl, do you have any idea of what is a clause?
Okay, the clause is the person who is speaking in the sentences. So I don't know.
Okay, so let's read. Here says, a clause is a group of words that functions as one part of a speech, and that includes a subject and a verb. Okay, so with your words, Pamela, can you tell me what is a clause? Basing on this definition.
They are sentences.
Yes, they are sentences. What more?
And also they are formed by different parts of the speech.
Yes, very good. So, okay, here we have the clause and the sentence. This is a kind of similar, but not is the same. Okay, so we are going to read the difference between a clause and a sentence. Okay, for example, number 1. A complete thought. Okay, a clause can sometimes convey a complete thought, but the sentence always convey a complete thought, okay? And a structure. Oh, no. And a structure. Clause is a building unit of a sentence. But a sentence is made up of one or more clauses. Enroll. Let's see. Oh, no. Okay. Clause can act as a noun, adverb, or adjective, okay? But a sentence do not act as a noun, adverb, or adjective. Okay, these are the main differences. Please, can you help me reading, Catherine?
What?
This part, the difference between clause and sentence. This on the picture.
Okay. A clause is a group of words that contain a subject and a verb. In a sentence is a group of words that express a complete thought.
Yes.
Also, yes. Follow?
Yes, please continue.
Okay. In a clause sometimes convey a complete thought. In a sentence always convey a complete thought. In a clause building unit of a sentence. In a sentence make up one or more clauses. In a clause can act as a noun, adverb, or adjective. In a sentence don't act as a noun, adverb, or adjective.
Okay, very good. Please, Carly, can you help me? Can you tell me what did you understand about the difference between clause and between a sentence?
Okay, I think that a cloud is a part of a sentence that can change or that can that contain a subject or a verb.
Okay, very good. Please, Alex, can you help me? Okay, maybe he was. Please, Carol, can you help me? Can you tell me a little difference between a clause and between a sentence?
Okay. The clause could be used as some words to complete a town, maybe. Another, the sentence is more laid a building unit of a sentence, or we use the noun, adverb, adjective, could be.
The clause is a part.
Okay, thank you, Carol. Very good. Let's go to the next slide. Let's see. Okay, now we are going to learn about relative clauses, okay? Here it says the subject relative clause is the relative pronoun is the subject of the clause. So we are going to read this sentence. It says, I go to a restaurant that cook with organic food. Okay, here the word that commonly is called relative pronoun, okay? Catherine, can you tell me how the word that is commonly called?
That is called that. I don't know.
Okay, can someone help me, please? Okay, I am going to repeat, okay? I am going to read the sentence. I go to a restaurant that cook with organic food. Okay, here the word that, okay, this word that is called relative pronoun in a clause, okay? This is a clause because it's a little incomplete. This is not a sentence. This is a clause because maybe it's a little incomplete, okay? But here says, I go to a restaurant that cook with organic food. So here the word that is called relative pronoun, okay? This is the subject. This is the subject of the relative clause. This is a relative clause because we use that to express or to talk about this word restaurant, okay? Let me see. Okay, I just want to mention that relative clauses are important because they allow you to add extra information to a sentence, making it more interesting or relevant to the reader, okay? So, Catherine, again, please, can you tell me how we know to this word?
This word is known like a relative pronoun or a clause.
Yes, very good. This word in a clause is called relative pronoun. Very good. I think that all of us use this relative pronoun in every sentence that we write daily. Let's see the next one, okay? Okay, in the part one, okay, let's see, identifying relative clause. Identifying relative clause are the clauses that provide necessary information about the noun. Okay, Pamela, on this sentence, I go to a restaurant that cooks with organic food. Which one is the noun? Which one is the noun?
The restaurant?
Very good, the restaurant. The restaurant is a noun, right? Okay, so let's read again. I go to a restaurant that cooks with organic food. Okay, so let's read again this part. Identifying relative clauses are the clauses that provide necessary information about the noun. So here, the word that is giving us more information and providing more information necessary about this word, about the noun. Okay, here the relative pronoun refers to the noun that it is before it. Carly, please, can you tell me what you understand about this?
Okay, I understand that always the relative pronoun is before that clause.
Okay, very good. Yes, the relative pronoun refers to the noun that is before it. As in the clause we can see. Let's continue. Okay, please can you help me to read Carol Estrada? This part.
Okay, use who or that for people and which or that for things.
Yes, very good. So we use the word who or the word that for people, just for people, okay? And we use the word which or the word that for things, just for things. For example, if I said a book, which one do we need to use? The word who or the word which? For example, a book. Pamela, which one?
Maybe which?
Yes, very good, because the word a book is a thing. So we use the word which just for things. If I said my mother, which one do we need to use? The word which or the word who?
The word who.
Yes, very good. Why do we need to use the word who?
Because it refers to people or person.
Yes, because my mother is a person. Very good. Okay, and we use that to people and things. It doesn't matter. We use for both things, okay? So let's read number 1. I agree with the people who believe that pineapple pizza shouldn't exist. So let's analyze the sentence. It says, I agree with the people who. Why we put here the word who, Catherine?
Because who refers to a person or people?
Yes, very good. Because here we are talking about people. Okay, I agree with the people who believe that pineapple pizza should not exist. Okay, let's continue with the next one. Okay, this is important to understand. Do not add a second subject to the clauses. For example, I love people who they hate pineapple pizza. We don't need to put again the word they. This is also a subject, and this is the same as people, and we don't need to put this because it's repeating the same. Okay, let's continue. Okay, both girls are called Carla. Pamela, what is the name of this girl? Can you tell me, please?
Carla.
Okay, very good, Carla. Catherine, can you tell me the name of this girl?
Carla.
Okay, very good. Because here says both girls are called Carla. Okay, so we are going to read these 3 sentences. Okay, Carla, who wears blue jeans, is my cousin. Okay, Carly, please, can you help me reading again this sentence?
Okay, Carla, who wears blue jeans, is my cousin.
Yes, very good. Okay, please, can you imagine of who are we talking about? Of this Carla or of this Carla? Which one the first sentence refers to?
The Carla in the left.
Yes, very good. We refer to this Carla because here says Carla who wears blue jeans is my cousin, and also we use the word who because Carla is a person, right? Carla is a person, so we need to put the word who, or also we can put the word that it doesn't matter, okay? The next one, please, can you help me reading Carol, the second sentence?
Okay, Carla, who is good at math, is 17.
Yes, very good. Carla, who is good at math, is 17. Okay, I just want to mention that when we put a comma, this is an idea, okay? This is a clause. This is a clause. Who is good at math is a clause. Okay, because we have this. Because we have this word, who. Okay, I just want to mention that when we put between commas an idea, this is not really important. Yes, this is important, but not the main characteristic, okay? Here, the main thing that we want to emphasize is that Carla is 17. Let's read again. Carla, who is good at math, is 17. This is like a second idea, but this is the first idea, okay? So when we see an clause between some commas, this is not like important or main, okay? We need to emphasize that the important aspect is next to the comma. Okay, let's read the last one. Please, Catherine, can you help me to read the last one?
Okay. Carla, who has a cell phone, is my best.
Okay, very good. Carla, who has a cell phone, is my best friend. Okay. And can you help me reading, Alex, this part, this question?
Yes, who is my best friend, left or right? The answer is right.
Yes, very good. Okay, because he says, who is my best friend? Left or right? We don't know because these both girls are called Carla, but in this sentence we have the answer because it says Carla, who has a cell phone, is my best friend, and this Carla has a cell phone, right? And this Carla is my best friend. And you are right. Okay, let's continue. The information is an identifying subject. Relative clause is essential. Okay, it means when we want to know an essential information, we don't need to put commas. For example, like the second sentence. If we want to emphasize something, we don't need to put between commas, okay? Let's continue. Okay, Also, I want to say that this is why here the sentence is not like important because it's between commas. But let's continue. Okay. Pamela, please, can you help me to read this phrase of Eleanor Roosevelt?
I can see, teacher, so my now I can see. Okay. This, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams.
Yes, very good. So let's read again. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Okay, Pamela, tell me why we put the word who here in this phrase.
Maybe to refer people.
Yes, maybe, nor maybe. We are sure that this is because we refer to people, and here in the white part, where is talking about people, where, which subject is talking about people.
Okay.
Which one? The future belongs to those. What word refers to people? Can someone help me, please?
The future.
No, not the future.
Those?
Yes, very good. Those. Those is the key word. Those. Because those means in Spanish. Who know what means this word? Those.
Aquellos.
Very good. Aquellos. Yeah, and aquellos refers to people, right? So we need to put who because here is the word those. Let's continue. Don't know what happened. Okay, let's see this. Identifying relative clause. Alex, please, can you read this definition?
Yes, okay. Use an identifying relative clause in definitions, especially with words such as anyone, people, someone, or something.
Okay, very good. So let's read again. Use an identifying relative clause in definitions, especially with words such as anyone, the word people, the word someone, or the word something. Okay. Please, Carly, can you help me reading this one, this sentence, the first one?
Okay. A podiatrist is someone who is specialized in curing diseases that affect the feet.
Very good. Podiatrist is someone who is specialized in curing diseases that affect the feet. Please, can you tell me why we use the word who in this sentence?
Because we are talking about the podiatrist.
Yes, and also because we have the word someone, and someone refers to a person, right? Catherine, if we put in this sentence like, listen please, like podiatrist is someone which is specialized in curing diseases that affect the feet. It is right or it is wrong?
It is wrong.
Okay, can you tell me the reason?
Because we talk about a person and
Yes,
we don't use which.
Yes, very good. And also because the word someone. Please don't forget this definition, okay? And Alex, can you read the second sentence, please?
Yes, okay. Green energy is something which doesn't hurt the environment.
Yes, very good. Green energy is something which doesn't hurt the environment. Can you tell me why we use here the word which?
Yes, okay. We use which here because we are talking about green energy and this is a thing, it is not a person.
Very good. Because we are talking about a thing and this is not a person. Also because we have the word something and something refers to things. Okay. Pamela, please can you read this sentence?
Which teacher?
This, can you see on the screen? This one.
Green energy?
No, this one. I don't know if you can see.
I can see because my internet is slow.
Okay, don't worry. Another one, please, can you read this?
Okay. These clauses are also called restrictive subject clauses.
Yes, very good. Thank you, Catherine. Okay, here says, these clauses are also called restrictive subject clauses, okay? Let's see. Okay, I just wanna say that we call restrictive subject classes because we have keywords like anyone, people, someone, or something. This is the reason that we put that name, okay? Let's continue. Okay, let's see this. Identifying relative clauses. Okay, the verb in the relative clause agrees with the noun that relative pronoun modifies. Alex, please, can you read this sentence?
Yes, okay. People who hunt in Amazon use poisons.
Yes, very good. Can you tell me what you understand about this sentence based on this definition?
Okay, maybe, I don't know, according to the definition above.
Yes. Hold on, please. First, I am going to explain something, okay? Okay, here says, people who hunt in Amazon use poisons, okay? So, this is a clause, and this is a clause called relative clause. Why? Why? Because we are using this relative pronouns, okay? This one also is called relative clause because we are using relative pronouns. Which one are the relative pronouns? This, who, which, that, or that, okay? So here says the verb in the relative clause. So the verb, here the verb is hunt. In the relative clause, all of this is a relative clause. agrees with the noun. Which one here is the noun? The noun is people. That the relative pronoun modifies. Which one here is the relative pronoun, Alex?
In this sentence, the relative pronoun is who.
Very good. This is the relative pronoun who. And the verb, which one is the verb?
Hunt.
Very good. So now can you tell me what you understand about this definition, okay?
Okay, that the verb in this case hunt. Okay, in this case that because this is an relative clause, the verb agrees with the noun. In this case is people.
Yes, very good. This verb is talking about what people of Amazon do, okay? Yes, very good. Carol Estrada, can you help me reading this one, the second one?
Okay, Amazon people use poison which comes from frogs.
Very good. Amazon people use poison which comes from frogs. Okay. Carol, here in this relative clause, which one is the relative pronoun? Which one?
For example, the which is before the verb.
Yes, very good. Here, the relative pronoun is the word which. Okay, because this is after the pronoun. Okay, I'm sorry, the noun. And
Okay.
Carol, which one here is the verb?
Comes.
Very good, comes. So here the verb is talking about, what do you think is talking about? Amazon, is talking about people, is talking about poison, or is talking about frogs?
Poison.
Very good. So here says Amazon people use poison which comes from dogs. This is the keyword poison, this noun, because this is the thing that Amazon people extract from frogs, okay? So this is the noun, the main noun, okay? Let's see the next one, please. Okay, let's see the part 2. Carly, please, can you read this slide?
Okay. Non-identifying relative clauses, which are easy to understand, are so similar to identifying relative clauses.
Very good. Let's read again, okay? Thank you, Carly. Non-identifying relative clauses, that is the name, okay? Please remember that is the name, not identifying relative clauses. Okay, which are easy to understand, are so similar to identifying relative clauses. As I mentioned before, this definition is a big example of what we are talking also, okay? Oh no, I don't know what happened. Okay, let's continue. Pamela, please, can you help me to read this slide?
Sorry, teacher, but I just can see the part 2, no identifying relative clause.
Okay, don't worry. Okay, Catherine, can you help me read this slide?
Okay. Non-identifying has the same form as identifying clauses, and non-identifying clauses provide information which is not essential about the noun.
Okay, very good. Let's read again. Non-identifying has the same form as identifying classes, okay? This has the same form as identifying classes. Let's see. Not identifying classes provide information which is not essential about the noun. Let's see the info. Alex, please, can you read this part?
Yes, okay. The subject of the non-identifying subject relative clause is the relative pronoun. Relative pronoun refers to the noun before it and use who for people and which for things.
Very good. Let's read again. Thank you, Alex. The subject of the non-identifying subject relative clause is the relative pronoun, okay? The subject is the relative pronoun. Relative pronoun, remember, this is just to remember. Relative pronoun refers to the noun before it, okay? Also, we use who for people and we use which for things. Carol, when we use the word who, for people or for things?
For people.
Very good. And the word which?
For things.
Very good. So let's analyze this part. Okay. This is a definition, but also this is a big example, okay? Let's see, this it says not identifying classes provide information. Then we put the comma, which is not essential. Then we put also another comma about the noun. As I mentioned before, the clause which is between commas, it is not essential or it is not as important as the another information. Let's see some examples, okay? Catherine, please, can you read these three sentences? The first one, the first part.
Okay. Don't use that in a non-identifying clause. Educational psychology, that is a popular major, is a part of psychology. Educational psychology, which is a popular major, is a part of psychology.
Okay, very good. This is an important thing to remember, okay? So let's read again. Don't use the word that, please don't use the word that in a non-identifying clause. When, how we can know when is a non-identifying clause? Because it has an idea or a clause between commas. Okay. Okay. This is a non-identifying clause. Alex, how we can know that this sentence is a non-identifying relative clause? How we can know this?
Because we don't use that.
Okay, and another one. Okay, I am going to tell you, okay? We know that this sentence or this clause is a non-identifying relative clause. Why? Because we have the first part and little idea, okay? Then we put comma, then we put another idea, but this is like the second idea, okay? Not identifying relative clause ever and ever has a little clause between commas. This is how we identify, okay? Because we have a little clause between commas, okay? And here says, do not use that in a non-identified clause. Okay, so the first sentence is wrong and the second one is right. Please don't forget, okay? Pamela, please, can you read the second part?
Yes, teacher. Use commas before and after the non-identifying relative clause.
Okay, also the sentence, please.
Okay, Marco bought some books, which are old, in the Central Park. Santi Valms, who is my favorite poet, will come to Ecuador to talk in some conferences.
Okay, very good. So let's read again. Okay, in non-identifying relative clause, we use commas before and after the non-identifying relative clause. The yellow part is the non-identifying relative clause, okay? So we ever put commas before and after the non-identifier relative clause, as I mentioned before. The yellow part is like a second idea. Yes, it is important, but not as important as the white part, okay? So let's read again. Marco bought some books, which are all in the Central Park. The main idea here is Marco bought some books in the Central Park. The yellow part, yes, it is important, but it is like the second idea, okay? Alex, please, can you read this sentence? Santi Balms.
Okay. Santi Balms, who is my favorite poet, will come to Ecuador to talk in some conferences.
Okay, thank you, Alex. Very good. How we called to this yellow part? Can you tell me, please, how it is called?
Okay, that is a non-identifying relative clause because this is a second idea. The main idea is will come to Ecuador to talk in some conferences.
Very good. Yes, you are so smart. Very good. This is all, okay? Let's continue. Okay, this is almost the end. Please, can you help me to read Carly? This is identifying versus non-identifying clauses.
Okay. Identifying relative clauses provide essential information about the noun. The information in the clause identifies or distinguishes the noun, and non-identifying clauses give extra information about the noun. Information is not essential.
Very good. Let's read again. Thank you, Carly. This is the differences between identifying versus not identifying clauses, okay? So let's read the identifying relative clause. Here says identifying relative clauses provide essential information. This is important. Provide essential information about the noun. The information in the clause identify or distinguish the noun. For example, the boy who wears a red shirt is my brother. We put the word who because we are talking about a boy, okay? This is the noun. We are talking about a boy. And also we put who because this is essential information, okay? This is very important. And now we are going to read the non-identifying relative clause. Non-identifying clauses give extra information about the noun, but the information is not essential. Okay, so let's read this sentence. The boy who has his hand on his jaw is my brother's friend. Okay, the yellow part is not as important as the white part, okay? This is extra information, but this is not essential. Okay, so the main aspect here is the white part. Okay. Please, can you write on the chat a sentence of identifying relative clause and another one with non-identifying relative clause, please? You have 3 minutes, please. So, Carol, please, can you tell me what we are going to do now? Can you hear me? Yes or no?
Yes, teacher. I can hear you.
Okay, thank you, Pame. Catherine, please, can you tell me what we are going to do now?
Okay, we are going to do 2 sentences. The first one is about the relative clause, and the second one is about non-relative clause, non-identifying relative clause.
Yes, very good. Thank you, Catherine Arrow. Very good, thank you. So we are going to write on the chat 2 sentences. The first one needs to be the identifying relative clause. And the second one needs to be non-identifying relative clause, okay? So remember, the identifying relative clause is when we have essential information about a noun, and the non-identifying relative clause is the one which have commas before and after the non-identifying relative clause, okay? And the second one is the one which is not essential information, but is to know more about that, okay? So please write on the chat. It's very easy. And then remember, we use the word who for people and we use the word which for things, okay? Okay, let's read the examples. Cisneros, Carly, write on the chat. My grandmother who lives in Quito. Okay, and the next one says, my grandmother, comma, who lives in Quito, comma, is a teacher. Okay. Then we are going to analyze. Please continue writing, okay? Please shake a leg, please shake a leg. Okay, while you write your sentence on the chat, we are going to read. Alex, please, can you read the example of Pamela?
Yes, okay.
Is on the
The
chat.
dog. Okay, the dog which feed my mother is favorite of all of us.
Okay, what do you think? It is right or it is wrong?
Okay, this could be an non-identifying relative clause.
Yes, very good. This is a non-identifying relative clause because she's giving us extra information about the dog, but this is not essential. And also we know this because we have the non-identifying relative clause between commas. Okay. Please, Pamela, can you read example of Carly?
Okay, teacher. My grandmother who lives in Quito. My grandmother who lives in Quito is a teacher.
Okay, very good. Pamela, in the example of Carly, which one is the identifying relative clause?
Who?
I mean, is the first sentence or the second sentence? Because we have two sentences in that message.
I think the sentence number 2.
Okay. Finally, Catherine, can you help me reading the example of Alex, please?
Okay, this is TV which I bought 2 months ago. Another is Cristiano Ronaldo, who has scored too many goals in the greatest of all time.
Okay, very good, Catherine. Thank you so much. Okay, Catherine, which one is the... Oh no, because he right there. Catherine, in the example of Carly Cisneros, which one is the identifying relative clause, the first sentence or the second sentence?
The second sentence.
No, listen please. Which one is the identifying relative clause?
Who?
Okay, yes.
Identifying.
Is in the first sentence. Okay. And Cardi, please, can you read the example of Estrado Carol?
Okay, let me see. Okay. She is that woman who cuts my hair.
Yes, very good. Here, why we use the word who?
Sorry, teacher, can you repeat me?
Okay, in that sentence, why we use the word who?
Okay. Because we are talking about she and it is a person.
Yes, very good. We are talking about a person. Very good. Okay, so did you understand the non-identifying relative clause and the identifying relative clause? Put in the chat yes or no. Just put yes or no, please. Okay. All of us put, all of you, put yes. Okay, very good. So it is clear everything. Okay. So now we are going to finish play a game. We are going to play a game, okay? Can you see my screen?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, this is a picture where we can find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 girls or 8 ladies, okay? Alex, please, can you tell me what are she doing on that picture?
Okay. Who won?
I mean, all the ladies, all the ladies.
All okay. Okay, the first Carla left Carla is talking with Patty. Yeah.
Okay.
Then drinking coffee, I think. Okay, Ruth is putting something on the table. Tanya is talking with the other Ruth, the right Ruth. Okay, the other Ruth, the second Ruth is logging and talking with Maria.
Okay, very good. Okay, yes. Now I am going to explain you, okay, what we are going to do here. Okay, first, all these ladies maybe are on a meeting or in a tea party. Okay, so we are going to play in pairs, okay? Alex is going to be with Carol, okay? Alex is going to be with Carol. Catherine is going to be with Pamela, okay? And Carly is going to be with me. Okay, so what we are going to do here? We are going to play like a guess. Do you know what is a guess? Alex, please, can you explain what is a guess if you know?
Okay, this is maybe a question, and you are going to give us some clues, and we have to find which are you talking about. Who are you talking about?
Yes, very good, thank you. For example, I said, I am going with Carly, okay? She's my partner. For example, I said, Carly, who is the lady which has a cup, a cup on her hand, but let me see. But she is not sitting down. So Carly is going to guess of the person who I'm talking about. Okay, but we are going to say clauses or sentences using what we have learned, okay? For example, I said a clause with identifying relative clause, and also I can set a clause with non-identifying relative clause. So we are going to play, but using what we have learned, okay? Pamela, please, can you tell me what we are going to do now?
Okay, we are going to work in pairs, and one is going to describe any person, but another person should guess the name of the woman.
Yes, very good. Okay, so let's start. Please, can you start Alex, with your partner?
Yes, okay. Okay, let me see. Carla,
Carol.
okay,
Yeah, I'm
Carla,
sorry.
who is serving tea is very beautiful.
Is Patty?
Okay.
Do you need I repeat again, Carol?
Patty or no? Carla?
Okay, I said Carla, who is serving tea, is very beautiful.
The person is Carla.
Yeah, but
Yes, she is Carla. Okay, but where is that Carla? Because we have two Carlas. You need to guess which Carla we are talking about.
left or
The
right?
second Carla. The-
Okay, yes.
Okay, Carol, please, can you tell me the sentence which Alex says was identifying relative clause or was a non-identifying relative clause?
Okay, Alice, you can repeat, please.
Okay, the sentence that Alex says was a identifying relative clause or was a non-identifying relative clause? Please, Alex, can you repeat the sentence?
Of course. Okay, let me see. Carla, who is serving tea, is very beautiful.
Okay, so
Okay,
Carol, which
is
one is
the
it? Identifying or not identifying?
identify.
Mm, what do you think about this, Alex?
That is incorrect. I say the non-identifying relative clause.
Yes, very good. He says a non-identifying relative clause. Okay, thank you, Alex. So, Carol, please, can you tell your guess to Alex?
Okay.
Don't remember, we are in teams. I'm sorry, we are in partners, and there is just one team, which is the winner. Okay. Carol, please think in your sentence. Okay. It could be identifying relative clause, or also it could be non-identifying relative clause.
In this part, I choose any person. Could be Maria, Ruth.
Yes. Which one do you want to choose?
Okay.
You can choose anyone. It doesn't matter. Okay.
Okay, Maria, who wears beautiful dress. Oh, better not to say vestido.
Yes. I'm sorry. Yes, Carol. Yes, continue, please.
Okay, only that.
Okay, I think Carol spoke about Maria, but there is just one Maria in the picture, and I therefore
Yes, that
the
is
answer
why I am
Maria.
laughing because I am searching which one Maria she's talking about, but there is just one Maria.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, Carol. Um, Meanwhile, the another partner is going to participate. You need to think and send a sentence, okay? But please look that we have just one Maria, so you need to choose maybe a repeat name, okay? So let's continue, please. It's your turn, Catherine, and your partner.
Okay. Which is the lady who is talking with with Tanya?
Ruth?
Yes. Also, the sentence is Tanya who is talking about beautiful issues.
Okay. Please, can you repeat the last sentence, Catherine?
Okay, the last sentence is Tanya who is talking about beautiful issues.
Okay, Pamela, you need to guess.
Guess the name?
No, you need to guess where is she, maybe. Please, Catherine, can you repeat to Pame the sentence? Because maybe she can hear.
Okay, Tanya who is talking about beautiful issues.
Just Ruth? And another woman, but there is no name.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Pamela, please, can you tell us the sentence which told Kathy is identifying relative clause or is non-identifying relative clause?
No identifying relative clause.
No, it was identifying relative clause. Okay, so Pamela, it's your turn. You need to tell us a sentence and Catherine needs to guess. Okay?
Okay. Who is talking with Carla?
No, Pame. I mean, you need to tell us a complete sentence or a complete clause, and
Okay.
Catherine need to guess.
Okay.
Here,
But
no questions, just sentence, please.
okay. Patty, who is sitting? Who is sitting down? She is a beautiful girl.
Is a non-identifying relative clause?
Can you repeat, Pame, please?
Patty, who is sitting down. She is a beautiful girl.
Okay, Catherine, can you repeat us? Which one was that?
Is a non-identified relative clause.
Yes, very good, Isa. It is a non-identifying relative clause because she tells us the main ideas and she tells us a second idea, which was in the middle. Okay. So Carly, please, can you tell me a sentence, and I am going to guess. Then I am going to tell you. Okay.
Okay. Ruth, who is Ruth, who takes some sandwiches.
Can you repeat, please? Ruth.
Ruth, who is takes some sandwiches.
Okay, Ruth, who takes some sandwiches. Okay, you are talking about the Ruth who has a blonde hair.
Yes.
Okay, that was an identifying relative clause. Okay. Now I am going to tell you. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Okay, I'm going to tell you now. The girl who is standing. I'm sorry. The girl who is stand up has a knuckle on his neck. Which one is it?
In Carla?
Yes, very good. It's Carla.
Right side?
Yes. Yes, that Carla. Okay. That was an identifying or not identifying relative clause. Which one was that?
Can you repeat, teacher, the sentence?
Yes. Okay. The girl who is stand up has a knuckle on her neck.
No, non-identifying clause.
Okay. Very good. Okay. Thank you so much. And finally, Carol, please, can you tell your example to Alex, please?
Another example. Okay, Ruth who has been decoration in her black hair is Petri.
Okay, Alex, please, can you guess who is she talking about?
Can you repeat again, please? I could not hear.
Okay. Is Ruth who has a pink decoration in her black hair is Petri.
Okay. Left root. Is that correct?
Yes, very good. And Alex, that was identifying or not identifying relative clause?
That was an identifying relative clause.
Yes, very good. So, okay, now I am going to send you a homework about this topic. We have some sentence about identifying and non-identifying relative clause. You need to do when we finish the class, and you can send me the screenshot, okay? So this is all. To finish, please, Aro Catherine, can you tell me what is an identifying relative clause? or how we know about that?
Okay, identifying relative clause is about the noun because this provides essential information about this.
Yes, very good. Okay. Okay, thank you, Catherine. Very good. Carol, the word which we use for books, yes, we use for books, or we use for the word Maria.
You can repeat again.
Okay, we use the word which when we are talking about, for example, books, or when we are talking about, for example, Maria.
Which? Okay, books.
Very good, books. Carly, when we use the word who.
We use the word who when we talk about a person.
Yes, very good. We use who for people, persons, or yes, people. Okay, Pamela, can you tell me in a non-identifying relative clause we need to put commas or not?
Don't we use? Don't use?
Yes, we use commas in a non-identifying relative clause.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, finally, Alex, can you tell me what can you understand about non-identifying relative clause?
Okay, teacher. A non-identifying relative clause has three parts. The first part is the subject. The second part is an extra information, and the third part is the main part of the sentence, that is which we are talking about.
Okay, very good. So I think this topic is very clear, okay? Thank you so much, students. As I mentioned, I send you now a link to do a homework about this topic. It's very easy, so thank you so much. Bye.
Bye, teacher. Thank you.
Thank you, teacher.